Today we are at Evo National Hiking Area. We are in Niemisjärven location. Niemisjärven is on the western part of the Evo hiking area. We are here in Niemisjärven parking place. And plan is to walk around the Niemisjärven nature path, which is marked with the green dots here. It is approximately 3 kilometers in length, and there is some information available about nature on the way. Alright, this Niemisjärven is a very nice place. Here is lots of different activities and fishing area. So if we look about this surroundings here, we are in central part. Here is the summer times. Up to the October is cafeteria, and here is many tables, fireplace, and so on available on this site. There is several smaller lakes. You can fish here. You need a special permit for fishing, but it's nice to catch some red meat fish. Okay, nature path starts from beside the parking area, so we shall walk first to the parking area and start the nature path from there. Alright, the nature path starts straightforward beside the trees. Where you drive in, it was the road on the right. If you need still a toilet, there is toilets available up in the hill where you see the small cottage. That's a toilet. Remember to bring your own toilet paper. There is no paper usually. Alright, the nature path starts from here. It is marked with blue stripes around the trees, and it will go. Here is a map. It will go around on here. Around there is 3 different kind of nature available. Last part is on the swamp area when we come back. And here is in Finnish language is information about the path and what you can find from there. Okay, let's go. There is information available on the road, and here is information about woodpecker and different kind of types of the forest. All right, let's continue up to the hill. Here is further information about woodpeckers and what kind of forest they exist and grow. Okay, let's continue. Next information is about different kind of niinipuu, which is growing here on these surroundings. Okay, let's go. Okay, then we go downhill. It's quite steep path, so be careful, especially if it's slippery and wet. Now it is minus 14 degrees and slight new snow coming a little bit. Here is a this kind of rocky part. And information about let's see what is here written. It's about lehtolaikku, which is vegetation, this kind of lehtoorvokki, imäkkä, and punarinta is the bird which is staying here. Alright, let's continue the path. A little bit back and then to the right. The information about forest and what is here. Liito-orava, which is living in this forest. Okay, let's continue the path. Next information is about how the storms and wind will fall down the trees and how they age up from 1 to 150 years forward, and what kind of insects are living in those fallen trees, which is very important for the nature, that there is many different kind of trees, ages, dead, fallen and so on for the nature. Okay, let's continue the path. Okay, crossing the road. Nature path continues on the other side of the road. We notice that the blue mark is not so well visible on the other side, but it actually is there in the birch, so you may notice it, and the path is not so much used, so not so easy to detect, but it is marked. If you go to the path that you don't see marks for a while, turn back and walk until you see the next marks, and then you find out where did you go wrong. All right, let's continue. Now we come back to the road. Actually, it was only shortcut, the corner, and the path continues along the road. Just before the path goes back to the forest, here is further information about roads in the forest. Finland is actually nearly full of all kind of forest roads, that the wood industry and milling industry is so important that wood is gathered all around Finland, so nearly everywhere you can find this kind of forest roads. All right, let's continue the path. So it was approximately 100 meters the road, and then the nature path goes back to the forest. Again marked with blue stripes. Oh, oops, that was slippery. Oops. Again marked with blue stripes. Here is next information, how to divide between natural forest to forest which is in forest industry use. So you see the difference, that there is different ages of the trees. In natural one is a dead forest also, but in the one which is in use. It's nearly just growing new, and then cut the trees. Okay, let's continue the path. Now we are walking in a forest which is in natural condition, so there is no industry, no cleaning, no nothing done. So you see the big difference. Later on we will walk to this kind of forest that which is in industry use, so you may see the difference of the surroundings. Information about hapa, which is one of the major wood types, and what kind of insects and birds are living in hapa. Okay, let's continue. Alright, here is again information about different kind of food steps which you might find in the forest, so you can try to recognize of these. There is actually numbers, and then below is the correct answer of the different numbers of the footsteps. Okay, let's continue the path. Coming to crossing where the nature trail and path between Niemisjärvi and Evokeskus, Evo Center, joins together. So Evo Center to the left, but nature trail continues to the right. Again marked with the blue stripes around the trees. Okay, it seems that our path is fully blocked. It has fallen several trees down, so we have to find going around this. Let's try this way. Other people has gone also here, so let's try to find, because it has been a storm here lately. Oh, this tree has just fallen. This is newly fallen. You can see that there is no mold or nothing. Oh, so many trees has fallen. And there is next ones leaning also, so they will fall down in the next storm. But okay, here is the mark, so we are on the track again. Okay, now we can continue our path. Information about Metso and Pyy and Pohjantikka. So where they in this forest you might be hearing them. Right, let's continue the path. Information about how the swamp has created from the lake when it's growing full, and what different kind of vegetation is on the swamp area. Okay, let's continue the path. A bit more information about how the swamp, which has not digged any, I don't know what is the word, which then the vegetation will grow here differently when all the water stays in the swamp. Okay, let's continue. Here is information about how the fire and wood fire, forest fires will help the nature, and what kind of insects will have a use for this burning wood. Alright, let's continue the path. Coming back to the main road, so nearly the end of the nature trail. So in this we walk around the nature trail here, approximately 3 kilometers. Okay. So this was in Evo National Hiking Area, the Niemisjärven nature path. It was very informative, and there is lots of information about forest, insects and different animals from the surroundings. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's been nice walking in -40 degrees, very light new snow coming. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.